Merry Christmas.
Hey everyone, Merry Christmas and welcome to another video. Believe it or not, I've been wanting to make this video for about 6 years now. And since this year I've been focused completely on gameplay, video games, top 10s. I changed my channel completely to gaming and especially more retro gaming. That this is the perfect Christmas to celebrate Days before Christmas. One of the best Christmas themed video games out there, without a doubt. This game was developed by Funcom and published by Sunsoft in 1994 in Australia. And I do mean only in Australia. That's right, one of the best and only Christmas related video games was released in the only country in the world that celebrates Christmas peak summer.
Merry Christmas.
And that's not completely true. It was only released in Australia in 1994 on the Mega Drive, the Sega Genesis. It was actually also ported to the Super Nintendo and released in Europe as well. So it's still a PAL exclusive, no matter how you see it, either the Mega Drive version or the Super Nintendo version, because the North American version was just cancelled flat out. In this video, I'll be using gameplay from World of Long Plays, because I haven't really figured out yet how to record retro gameplay with my Elgato. There's a specific cable you have to get, I think, but it depends on what Elgato you have, so it's a bit of a mess. So I'm just using their gameplay for this video. I do have the game, I play through it myself. Funny story, I bought this game like 12 years ago in a random video game store. I saw it sitting there and I just thought the Santa was cute on it. So I picked it up for 15 bucks. And this game, logically, because it's one of the only Christmas themed games, especially back then, it goes for a pretty hefty price these days. So let us talk about Days before Christmas. They introduce you to the plot of the game in the beginning with a little summary. Now, it's a bit convoluted. In general, there's a lot of bad guys plotting together. You have the snowman, the timekeeper, I think they call him, and the louse. And the snowman's getting rid of the elves, and the timekeeper is messing with time. And you have the louse who's unwrapping all the presents and cursing all the presents. It's a whole show. It's incredible and I love it. But there's actually Christmas themed music in this game, and you have Christmas related characters, and it all fits together. And of course, the best Christmas character of all, Satan saves Christmas! Kinda. Now, in this game, Santa can get a power-up where he becomes Evil Santa. His evil twin, they call it, Anti-Claus in the game. But it's Satan. Come on, we all know it's Satan. So Satan is beating the crap out of people to get the Christmas presents back, to deliver them to the children. Graphically, I love this game. The animation, the sprite work, it's nice and big. Like some Super Nintendo games make things really small, but you don't have to. So the sprites are kind of big. I like the animations of it. Everything is colorful and happy, and the game controls are pretty decent as well. A bit on the slippery side here and there, but it's still a great game. Santa has magic attacks, and Satan can beat, Anti-Claus can beat the crap out of people with the toy bag. So what you're doing in the level is you're collecting presents. You have power-ups like the hats, which represent your health. You have to save the elves from presents. You have to change the rats and the animals, the enemies, every enemy, like back into elves and all that kind of stuff. And you're going all over these locations to do this stuff, to find these presents. You're starting in Santa's cabin, you're going through ice caverns, you're going over the North Pole, the toy factory, all this thing. But what makes this game so great and even more Christmas themed than all of that stuff, more than Santa, more than the Christmas music, is the level design, the level layout, the way it's done is you're playing an advent calendar. So every time you go to a new level, you have an advent calendar, you open it up, you go into the level, and it's just so well done, and I really like it. So even the littlest details are Christmas themed in this game. Not only that, once you've helped the elves, you've got the presents, you look for the reindeer and you look for the sleigh and you deliver the presents worldwide. So the gameplay actually is broken up with different sections, and you have sections where you're in the sleigh flying over cities. You can fly over Japan, England, America, and you have a side-scrolling view of the sled flying over the roofs, and you're dropping the presents you collected in the chimney. This is without a doubt the most perfect, awesome Christmas-themed video game in existence. And it's not just because Satan is helping you save Christmas. So, the one negative thing about this game, because the Mega Drive version was only released in Australia and the Super Nintendo version was only released in Bell territories in general, it's an extremely rare game and is not easy to find. Now, I do think it's one of those rare games that is worth the money. Not only because of what it represents, the fact that you have a Christmas game that is completely 100% dedicated to Christmas from the beginning to the end, from, again, Santa, the music, the elves, the toys, delivering the presents, the reindeers, the sleigh, the advent calendar. It is just absolutely amazing. But on top of that, it's just a good game. It is a good standard Super Nintendo game. The way you had a lot of Super Nintendo games back then, where you kind of have an open screen and you're just running around in a maze type formation looking for all these things, these power-ups, these presents, the exit, all of that stuff. And it's just really well done. I just love the variety in the level design, whether you're in the cabin, in the snow glaciers, the toy factory, the weird dreamscapes. So in the game you're actually fighting all these different villains in different boss fights. The snowman, the louse, the timekeeper, all these things, and these levels are designed after these creatures, be it in the snow or the timekeeper's domain. It's just very well thought out. Everything just feels like Christmas. I just think it's a very well put together game. And if you ever get the chance to pick it up or to play it, I highly suggest you do it. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to thank you for having followed my channel this year through the changes, metamorphosizing into a pure video game themed channel. I'm having so much fun. And next year, all this content is not going to change. It's going to be the same type of content. Video game top 10s, gameplay, maybe a little bit more review. Technically, you could consider this a review. Maybe a bit more stuff like that. Reactions, everything. I'm having a lot of fun. And again, Merry Christmas and stay real.